All right, we're live. Good stuff. All right, everyone is joining us in the recording. You could probably skip to minute 5 or so when we're going to start. And for those of you who are joining us live, let's give it a minute or two. We have people joining us on Zoom and YouTube and Facebook. And yeah, if you want to get invited to those calls in the future, just make sure you sign up on acquisitions.com. All right, I see some people joining us. Good. All right, guys, if you're joining us right now, let me know in the chat where you're joining us from. And yeah, let me know if it's the first time you're on one of those live calls as well. Just make sure we're on YouTube, on Facebook, good stuff. All right, yeah, let me know in the chat where you're from. Yeah, that'll be great. Let me know where you're from and kind of like if it's your first call with us, will be also awesome to hear. Kind of like who I got here on the call. Cool. What do we have? We have Birmingham, UK, South Florida. Oops, let's move on. Hampshire, Old Hampshire, not New Hampshire. Nice. Hey, Imran. Hey, Cody. Schwan, first time live call, Malaysia. Nice. Argently, Netherlands. Jordan from the British Islands. Nice first call. Cody, hi there. Good stuff. All right, guys. So, and we got Austin, several of your Zooms. Cool. Good stuff. So I got some cool training to go through today. So we're going to do that today. And then in the end, I'll just open it up for questions. And I'll just answer whatever questions you have. So if you stay with me until the end, you can save your questions to make sure we are answering those. Let me just make sure I'm connecting my iPad so I could share with you my screen thing. All right. So today we're going to talk about a few keys that are super important when it comes to buying a business and to do roll-ups. Hey, Paul, Cody, I'm right now in an island in Europe named Cyprus. Cool, so I'll share my screen right now. And hopefully it will. It won't let me. One second, guys. Dealing with technology stuff. iPad again. Screen mirroring. MacBook. Unable to connect. Not fun. Not cool at all. Try with the cable thing. Well, worst case, I'll just go through talking to you like this without my iPad. So I'll give it one last time. If not, I'll just do it this way. How's the weather where you're at? It's freaking raining here like crazy right now. No, so it doesn't want to mirror with the Wi-Fi. All right, I'll figure it out for next time. Let's just do it this way. Bipolar weather here, sunny in Spain, nice, 65 Fahrenheit and sunny. That's good. I'm jealous because it's freaking raining right now. It's only raining like probably 10 days a year here. So foggy and snowy in Idaho. Yeah, I don't like snow. It's too cold for me. All right, guys, let's go to the training then. No iPad. I'll just talk to you at least in the camera and I'll see you guys. It's a webinar, so I can't even see you guys. No worries. All right, guys, let's get to it. So write it down. 7 keys to succeed in a roll-up and the process of buying businesses. right? And by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Mohan Pober. I'm the founder and CEO of Acquisitions.com. If you're in the first call, right now we're the largest community when it comes to M&A, roll-up entrepreneurs, investors. We were involved in 100+ transactions in the last 3 years with our clients, and we're now looking to also invest in deals with our fund and support roll-up and acquisition entrepreneurs. So with that being said, guys, 7 things you need to focus on when it comes to being out there in the process of buying businesses, right? 7 keys to succeeding in roll-up of businesses. By the way, for those of you who are going to write the best notes and post them in our free Facebook group, which is Business Buying Masterminds, we're going to do some cool giveaways. Business Buying Masterminds. So I'm going to put it in the chat. Just search Facebook for that group and post your notes from it. The best ones will win some cool prizes. So 7 keys to succeeding a roll-up of businesses. First one is deal flow, right? Your deal flow matters more than anything, guys. It's not the money that you have. It's not the price. It's not the debt. It's not the equity. This before everything else. Unless you have a good deal, you're not going to have a good roll-up, period. Deal or deal flow, pipeline of deal flow. You never want to stop to have deal flow as well, right? I see a lot of people that are out there starting the deal flow process, and then they're stopping because they think they're going to close on one deal, and then the deal is not closing, and they need to start all from scratch, right? So deal flow, what are you doing for deal flow? Are you using off market, on market? Are you using social media, letters, emails, cold calling, right? Do you have proprietary systems, scripts? What is it for you? How motivated the seller is. If the seller is not motivated to sell, then it's going to be very difficult. And if he's not motivated to sell, maybe he's motivated to join your roll-up as a partner, right? Maybe you can merge with him. Maybe you can bring equity in your holding company. But either way, deal flow is number one. That's the most important thing. Unless you have good deal flow, good pipeline of deal flow, it's going to be very, very difficult to be successful in the process of buying businesses, right? Deal flow is number one. Anyone want to guess what is number two? Well, number two in my book, and the order, I'm not saying that it's based on what's most important. I just think that those are the most important thing. Number two in my book is debt. You gotta have good deal will find good debt. Why you want debt? Because you could do just bigger deals, right? Most of the time you'll bring a bank to the deal. Usually, like especially if you're doing big deals, you'll probably bring banks to the deals. Not 100%. There are deals and deal structures where you don't need a bank at all. And when I'm saying bank, it can be different financial institutions that will provide debt financing. So ask yourself, do you have financial institutions to talk to that can provide good debt to your deals, right? Like that's the beauty of working with us. When you work with us, you have white glove, almost like red carpet introductions to debt financing, to financial institutions. Right? So what is your process to get debt? Why the beauty is with debt when you have leverage is you could just do much bigger deals that you can't do otherwise if you're just using cash or equity, which leads me to number three. Number three key to do roll-ups is your cash/equity, right? So what is it for you? How are you getting equity? Who are you getting it from? What's the structure? How much equity you need to give up? Is it your cash? Is it someone else's cash? Can you get it all to close the deal that you want? If you can't get access to equity or enough equity, you probably won't be able to do enough deals or the deals that you want, right? Small deals, sometimes you don't need at all, right? Sometimes you can put your own money, sometimes you don't need. Sometimes you can bring deal structures that don't even require for you to raise equity or bring in cash. So ask yourself, do you have enough deal structures? Do you know enough deal structures? Do you have enough sources for equity? That's one of the things we're going to focus on in 2022 is to invest alongside our clients' deals, which, by the way, I think it's a good segment to tell you that for those of you who want to join us and become a client in 2022, at least for January, we're doing a test where if you're joining us and you basically pay our fee, your fee will be refunded as soon as you allow us to invest in your deal and partner with you. So you basically just put in a deposit to work with us. So if you want to explore working with us, I think there's 2 ways to work with us right now. One of them is to work with us for the full year. And for that, you'll need to book a call. It's not cheap. It's not expensive. It depends what you referred to as Chip. And I see someone posted in the chat. Yeah, the other way is to join us in our incubator. Our incubator, for that, you need to go to acquisitions.com/buy-sell. I'll post a link on that in the chat. And actually, we're doing a live Q&A call to our incubator clients in 50 minutes. So you still have an opportunity to join me live in 15 minutes. And that's just $1,000. In the future, we're at least going to double that. So if you still want to work with me for 1 month and learn about acquisitions and get an offer accepted within 4 weeks, join our incubator. If you're committed, you know acquisitions is for you, and you want to get amazing results like some of our clients. We have clients who, like at this point, our best guy did a roll-up of $200 million a year. If you want to get similar results, you probably want to work with us for more than a month. For that, it's going to be more expensive, but you can book a call and just to make sure that it's a fit for both sides. So the links are in the chat. So let's move to the next one. So we talked about your deal flow, your debt, your cash or equity. The next one, number 4, is management. So who is running your business or businesses if you're doing a roll-up, right? What's your incentive plan? Show me the incentive and I'll show you the results, right? How are you making sure that there is alignment between the management, between the team, between the employees? So when you grow a business, you got to have cultural, operational, and financial alignment. It's not just one of them. A lot of people think, hey, I'll just figure out the finance and I'll be good. Or, you know, it's not enough, guys. The biggest reason for roll-ups to fail is cultural. It's not operational, it's not financial. Because you need to understand, when a business have product market fit, they figured out the what, and the what is working well, like what the business is doing is working well. The other thing you need to focus on is the who and how. And if you don't have those processes dialed up, if you don't have good processes, good systems, and you don't have good alignment with your people, they're motivated, they're excited to work in the business and to grow the business with you because you're helping them get to their goals, you're going to fail, right? In the end of the day, people is business. People drive business. It's not the business that drives the people. It's the people that drive and grow the business. So you need to ask yourself, what are you doing to make sure you have alignment, you have incentives, you have a process to bring in and make sure that everyone is connected and helping the business grow. If it's when you buy one business, you need good management, or if it's you're trying to buy hundreds of businesses, you need even more alignment with everyone and make sure that everyone understands why we're even waking up in the morning, why the business even exists. And just to say, hey, we're here to make more money, it's not enough. You gotta have a bigger reason, a bigger mission, values to wake up in the morning towards to. All right, let's move to the next one, number 5. Number 5 is 2 things, actually, revenues and profits. So obviously, if you don't have revenues, you don't have profits, it's very difficult to grow a business, right? You don't have to, revenues is more important because profits, you don't have to have profits if you have enough capital to play with. And if you raise capital, that's what you see a lot of the biggest companies are doing. They're in growth mode and they're just out there raising capital and just reinvesting back to increase the top line, the revenues. So what are you doing to increase revenues, right? There are only 2 ways to basically grow a business or make more money in a business. It's to increase revenues, increase top line, or to find ways to save costs. Those are the only 2 ways to make more money in a business, right? So what are you doing to increase revenues, increase profits? And you need to ask yourself, of course, what kind of revenues and profits do you need when you look at a deal? Is it one deal that is enough for you for your lifestyle? We have people who work with us that it's kind of like, okay, I want to buy one business and I'm good. I don't want to go and buy hundreds of businesses. I just want to buy one business and have a great lifestyle. And it's more than doable with acquisitions. Other people want to have the biggest businesses that they can have. And for that, obviously, you need bigger businesses, more deals. So you need to make sure that the revenues and profits are in alignment to your goals. What do you want? How much money do you want to make? What's the lifestyle that you want to have? What's the impact, income, and lifestyle that you want to have? And you're the only one who can answer that. So when someone's asking you, what is your goal? You got to know what is your goal. What are you trying to achieve in the next year, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, 10 years? Do you have a compass, kind of like a final destination you want to get to? Otherwise, if you don't know that, no one will. Or you'll just end up in a random place, right? So do you have a plan to increase revenues, to save costs, right? And before you look into the deal, guess what? You probably want to analyze the deal and understand, okay, do I see opportunities to increase revenues post-acquisition? Do I see opportunities to increase profits after I buy the business? Do I have a plan to increase valuation, especially if you want to do a roll-up or you want to exit eventually, right? What is your process to every day going out there and looking at your valuation and making sure that you're increasing it? That was number 5, guys, revenues and profits. Number 6 is your network. You got to have great network to build a great roll-up or to succeed in acquisitions. And network means buyers, sellers, mentors, brokers, institutions, operators, investors, all of the above, right? So who do you have in your network? How well do you know them? Can you trust them? Can you learn everything from them? The nuances. What is their incentive? Why are they doing what they're doing? Right? Are they buyers? Do you know who will potentially buy you? Do you have sellers? You know, people you will potentially buy. Do you have brokers? Do you have maybe, you know, other people in your team, analysts, interns, people to help you with the process? Those are part of your network as well, right? Financial institutions are part of your network as well. Operators, part of your network as well. Different CEOs, suppliers, customers, they're part of your network as well. So what are you doing every day to increase your network, to make sure that as you grow, your network is increasing as well? And that will allow you, of course, to, you know, I'm not the first one to say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And the more you know, the more opportunities you have. Next one, number 7, exit plan. You gotta have a great exit plan. There are only 2 types of businesses in the world, guys. There are those who plan to exit and those who will be forced to exit. So what is it for you? Do you have a plan to exit, or are you going to be forced to exit? You know, some people never think about exit, and then they just one day need to shut down their business or unfortunately die, and there's no, no one's taking over. If you want to sell, who are you going to sell it to? Are you going to sell it to a strategic buyer, a bigger company you wanted to buy you? Do you know maybe other companies that are already in the buying mode process? Are you going to sell it to an individual? Maybe you want to do an IPO. Maybe you just want to exit your responsibilities. That's also a type of exit, right? And basically exit responsibilities and continue to have cash flow. That's number 7. You got to have an exit plan. Number 8, let's give you a bonus. We promised 7, but I'll give you 1 or 2 bonuses. Are you guys okay getting a bonus or 2? So I'm going to give you a bonus or 2. Number 8 is culture, right? I mentioned that a bit in the management, but it's super, super important. So culture, guys. So you got to have a vision. Your CEO, your role as a CEO of a company, of a roll-up, is to repeat things again and again and again. What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your strategy? What's your vision? Again and again and again. Everyone got to know that in the company. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why the company exists in the first place? Can you answer that? Can your employees answer that? You know, what are you here to bring to the world that is exciting versus just like, hey, let's just make money, right? What would that future look like with your vision in it that will make people want to go out of bed in the morning to work for that vision? Super, super important. Like I said, most roll-ups are not making it because of cultural issues, not because of financial issues. Money is out there, guys. Money is out there looking for the right deals. The question is, how do you find the best deals? How do you analyze and know if they're a good deal or not? And how do you then close on a deal without making mistakes and operate them in a way where everyone is aligned towards a great, bigger, better vision? So culture, super important, guys. Do you have a vision, mission, and values to your company? Do you have a process to make sure that every new employee is going through that process and is getting aligned towards the vision that of the company you want to build? Number 9, another bonus, guys, is confidence. I think that most of you don't get what you want in life because you just don't have the confidence to do it, And correct me if I'm wrong. Like if you had the confidence to really do the things you want to do, you'd probably already do that. Like I want you to imagine, like I'm looking at clients that work with us and those who are afraid. It literally comes down to confidence. They just don't believe in themselves that they can even do that. And when I tell them that we have people who bought like businesses up to 200 million a year in less than a year, then they think it's too good to be true. Well, guess what? It's too good to be true if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that it's possible. But if I told you, if I showed you right now, hey, here's a bag full of cash and there's $100 million in it. And I told you, here's the bag, here's a lawyer that we both know. I'm going to put it with him in an escrow. You know, the bag full of cash, $100 million in it, in an escrow. And let's say there's a smart contract with the blockchain that is forced to give you the money if you're going to do 5 tasks every day for the next year. And I know those tasks. I know what you need to do. The question is, are you going to do those things? If I'm going to tell you there's a guarantee for that $100 million in cash in the end of the year, would you do those 5 things every single day? And the answer is usually yes, or at least it's going to be like from 1 to 10, there's a bigger chance that you'll do those with knowing that the bag full of cash is already in the escrow with the lawyer. The problem with most people is that they don't believe that the bag full of cash is there for them. And as entrepreneurs, we almost like need to be delusional, knowing that it's there if we'll do the work every single day and be consistent. Because if you're not going to be consistent and you're not going to be committed and you're not going to believe that the bag full of cash is there, then no one can help you. All I can do is transfer the certainty for you, because I've seen there, I've been there, I've done that. I've seen results that I'm still in shock with some of the results that we were able to create to people. And I just know that it's there. I know it's possible, but you guys don't have that certainty because you didn't see that. So I'm here doing those kind of calls, those Zoom calls, to hopefully transfer you some of that certainty, some of that confidence, and tell you, look, you just need to follow the process. You need to follow the formula. If you follow the formula, we have it. We dialed it down to the nuances. And I know that if you follow the formula, you could get similar results. So the question is for you, how are you going to follow the formula? And do you have the confidence to believe in yourself? Because every day that goes by and you're not making, you're not betting on yourself, you're just staying where you're at. And as cheesy as it sounds, the results that you want are outside your comfort zone. And they're not going to be comfortable. They're going to be scary. And it's going to be, it's going to feel almost like a mental suicide because you need to become a different person. You want to be in great shape. You got to start to think and act like a person who's already in shape. And then the body will follow. It's not going the other way around. You got to think like the person you want to be first. So if you want to believe in yourself, let us help you guys. Like, we've been in the business for less than 3 years and we have more results than anyone out there at this point, like 100+ deals, hundreds of millions of dollars in revenues. We can help you buy businesses using other people's money. You have 2 ways to work with us right now. Actually 3, depends if you're a 7-figure business owner. It's a different way that we suggest you to work with us and you want to grow your business by acquisitions. But if you don't have a business right now, there's 2 ways to work with us. It's our incubator and our accelerator, which is our uni program. So if you know for sure that you want to work with us long-term, go and book. I'll start with the first one, actually. If you just want to give us a try, we're doing an acquisition incubator right now, which is a 4-week program to work with us with the goal of getting an offer accepted within 4 weeks. If you want to do that, you can go to acquisitions.com/buy/sell. I'm going to put the link in the chat. It's only $1,000 right now. We're going to increase the price very soon. I highly suggest you to do that. If you're going to join us right now, you could get the members area right away. And there's a live Q&A call with our incubator clients in 30 minutes. So it's probably one of the last opportunities you'll be able to join me live in the incubator. If you feel like you're ready to commit to acquisitions, I highly suggest you to join our accelerator, one of our accelerator programs. It's more expensive. So for that, you want to go to acquisitions.com/apply. If you really want to get insane results, like the 100, 200 million roll-ups, stuff things, you probably need that. You need more support. You need people to really watch your back, give you second set of eyes, second perspective, and really support you in the process. And I know it's peanuts compared to the results you can get. I just had a call yesterday with one of our clients who bought his 3rd business in the last year, and he got, guess what? He got the capital from our network. So I'll even, I think I mentioned in the beginning, but I'll tell you even more than that. We'll invest in your deal. And if you allow us to invest in your deal and partner with you, we'll even refund your accelerator money, because we want to do deals this year. Like, I built such a great network. We're literally connected to billionaires right now, people who've been doing IPOs from the 80s. And I want to do more of those with our network. We built such an amazing network of people who are finding deals, wanted to be CEOs of deals, people who want to invest in deals. We have all of that. We have the ecosystem. And I just want to find more good people who really want to be committed to this and build amazing businesses in the process. Like, I have a friend, mentor, who just took another company public on NASDAQ in less than 2.5 years, right? So those are kind of the things that I want to do with our network, and find people who are committed to do great things with great businesses. And hopefully it's going to be one of you as well. So with that being said, I'm going to answer questions right now. I'm going to open it up for questions. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I'll start with questions about the program. So if you have any questions about the program, put them in the chat. And then if you have any other questions, let me know. All right, let's see. For the acquisition referral with the 100,000 fee, is it okay if total revenue is about 2 million, but less than 1 million post-tax and deduction and profit? Sean, so ideally, not ideally, but ideally the profit is at least 1 million, but don't send over deals unless the pre-tax profit is more than, let's say, 500,000. If it's lower than that, then I'll skip that. And the deal's got to be US, UK, Canada, Australia. So what Sean is talking about, and hopefully I'm pronouncing it right because it's spelled a bit differently, but I'm going to send you guys a group. There's a group that we started, which is our Business Mind Scouts. And that allows you to basically find deals and earn money just for finding deals. So I'm going to post that in the chat as well. So we're doing a call every month, and you could join us as well. Okay, sweet. Thank you, Sean. I missed the meeting before this one. Can we view the replay somewhere? Yeah, we'll post the replay in the Facebook group, Business Buyer Mastermind, or in my YouTube channel. Just write my name in there. As they say, get uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. So true, man. Like, no one's really talking about it, but in the end of the day, everything you want that you don't have right now is outside your comfort zone. And to get there, you got to change who you are, right? And it's scary. A lot of those things are really scary if you never did them. And yeah. I just see some stuff on YouTube and Facebook. I just want to make sure I'm answering people on YouTube and Facebook as well. Okay, see, I feel bad that there's just few people watching this live video. Don't worry about it. And yeah, there's ready to go. Yeah, it's good. It means that you guys can do more deals yourself. Tommy's saying, I want to buy a company in the UK, but I live overseas. How can I do this without being physically present? You can definitely do that. Like in the past, just to give you an idea, I had businesses in the UK, US, Canada, Australia, Panama, Cyprus, and Israel. So, I mean, I can be in all of those countries at the same time. So it's really all about your process to find those deals, analyze those deals, negotiate on those deals from remote. And then when you buy the business, making sure that you have processes to keep everyone accountable towards the growth of the business, and obviously making sure that you have controls for everything you need. That's the way to run business from far away, and it's definitely doable. We have a guy, Leo, who's living in Ukraine. He's originally from Nigeria, and he bought a multi-million-dollar healthcare business in the US using other people's money. So it's definitely doable. Is it going to be more challenging? Potentially, but nowadays I don't even think, because you can be more productive. You can do all your negotiations on Zoom calls and all your report building calls on Zoom calls. And it became such a norm now with the COVID stuff, because even like I mean, older people are doing Zoom calls right now, which beforehand, like I remember I used to talk to older people and they're like, no, I got to see you face to face, come and meet me. And I needed to go and fly in between countries to meet different people. And now it's literally just became the norm to do Zoom meetings. So it's great. I think it really, really helped also this world of acquisitions and doing everything from different countries. So absolutely doable. Can you be more specific about the criteria of the deals you and your network will invest in? I suggest, Sven, that you'll go and watch the Scouts call that I've done. And you can find it in the Business Buying Scouts program. And I posted a link in the chat. More details on the 8 weeks mastermind. So David, we have either 4 weeks or a yearly one. The 4 weeks is $1,000. The goal is to get you an offer accepted within 4 weeks. Plus, we'll teach you a lot of other stuff like different exit strategies and how to exit for the highest price. To get there, you can go to acquisitions.com/buy sell. So that's the 4 weeks. We're doing a live call within 30 minutes with our incubator clients. And to join our yearly program, you can go to acquisitions.com/apply. And that's when it's more expensive, but you also get much more support, much more kind of like white glove type of support, red carpet type of support. Okay, I answered the UK one. I'm going to work with you soon. I appreciate you, Angel. Appreciate you, Angela. I appreciate all of you guys for joining this call and taking your, spending your time with me. I don't take it for granted at all. And my goal here is to help you guys. That's what I'm doing this. Trust me, I can make much more money in other ventures than doing this, but I feel like at some point in life, like making an impact is as important. And that's one of the reasons, obviously. And we have large visions for what we can do with our community and network. And it's an opportunity for me to get great deal flow. But at the end of the day, I'm really getting fulfilled by hearing such insane stories of people that are out there buying businesses and changing their lives. Because literally one deal can change your life, period. You can go from like someone who barely makes money to someone who is like in the top 1% wealthiest people in your country. Same acquisition business. Can I refer companies in Asia as well, as long as the documentation are available in English language? Depends. Send it over to me, Sean, and I could look into it and I'll let you know, but ideally not. Can we get a couple examples of business cases? Yeah, John, we have lots of case studies actually. Actually, if you go to acquisitions.com, we have some stuff in there. Yeah, you can start with those ones. So I'll post some interviews. Go to acquisitions.com and go to the bottom. And you'll see some of the interviews. And I just posted in the chat. What about due diligence? How can I verify things there when buying a business in the UK? Yeah, you just need to bring in the right team, the right lawyers, accountants, and they will help you with that. And you need to understand what they're doing, of course, and make sure that you're keeping them accountable and manage them in the process of the due diligence. But it's not like you need to do all the due diligence on a deal. When I've done due diligence on deals, I'm not doing anything myself. That's why I have lawyers, accountants, and other consultants to help me with an actual due diligence on the business. Yeah, thank you, Sean, on the link. Blair, you don't talk much about building the board up front. Do you find it easier to find deals first? The answer is yes, 100%. Because what I found out is that a lot of people take 6, 9, sometimes 12 months of their lives or even more to build a board. And then when they find a board, they don't even know what they're doing. They don't know anything about acquisitions, and they think that the board will save them. What we're telling you in acquisitions.com is that your goal should be to find a deal and buy a deal and make money from the deal. And if the board is necessarily to do that, then yeah, find a board. But with what we're showing you, you don't need a board. You can get a board if you want, but legally, like, you don't really have to. Yes, on papers, you'll have someone on your board, but if you have corporate, but to be honest, like, to have an actual board, you only really need when you're a public company. So, you have a bit of time before you're a public company. So before that, just buy businesses and make money, and don't spend a year or two. I've seen people spending literally 2 years of their lives trying to get the best board, where I know people that in less than a year built a $200 million business without a board. So, I'm not saying it's all good to have a board. The question is if, when, and why. And that's one of the things actually we're going to do with acquisitions.com, is that if you're going to join us in our accelerator and allow us to invest in your deals, we will become your board post deal, but we will be your board after we close the deal, not before that. Like, you don't really need a board before that. All you need is just to find a good deal and buy the business, and have a great team to help you with the due diligence, but not necessarily a board. Are there beauty business you work with? We have a guy who is doing a roll up in the hair salon space. So yeah, we can definitely help you in that space as well. What's the lowest revenue and lowest profit level you recommend for acquisitions? So I would say that no lower than 500,000 a year in revenues, because below that, you're not really buying a business, you're more buying yourself a job inside of a business. And yeah, that's probably my recommendation. Sean, lovely. Thank you. Working on one person presently, and we will revert upon buying from the owner. Sweet. Sounds good, Sean. Keep me updated. Do you recommend buying businesses with self-sufficient management team in place, or firms where salaries primary manager okay as well? It depends on your goals, right? What are you trying to do? What is your goal? How much money you want to make? How much money you have to invest? How much capital are you able to raise from other people? Can you guys hear the storms? It's pretty cool. So it really depends, David. Really depends. I think in the end of the day, you got to meet your goals. I think that if you don't know anything about business, you probably want to have your first deal, a deal where someone else can help you manage the business. Otherwise, you're going to screw things up most likely. Where do you find a team to do legal and accounting on contingency of LOI? You need to have a signed LOI in place first, and then you might want to start the discussions. So it comes down to how you talk to them, your conversation with them, how you present yourself as a credible buyer, and making sure that they're taking you seriously. How much is the fee for the annual accelerator? It's $10,000, and we got payments if you need help. Sean, can I get a sample non-disclosure agreement from you to share with the prospective seller? Yeah, Sean, just email me. If you're in the Scout, you should have my email. Do you have a sample LOI we can use for this? For what? But yeah, we definitely have a lot of LOIs with all of our clients that we share with. What is your opinion is the best type of business to buy in terms of operation income, etc.? So it really depends. That's why part of the process that we work with our people we work with is to literally spend a lot of time just to figure out what's the best sector for you based on your experience, your network, your contacts. Because everyone, it's not like there's one sector that is the best for everyone. Like, to give you an idea, there's a guy in the US that runs a yogurt factory called Chobani. Did you hear about, if you guys in the US, you probably heard about the yogurt Chobani, however you pronounce it. So that's like the best no money down acquisition story. He bought the business no money down. He's now a billionaire from a yogurt factory. So if I told you, Tom, that that's the best sector, go out there and buy yogurt factories. It's easy to run. You don't need smart people to run and operate the business. You just build a great yogurt, have a good designer, and that's it, and go and distribute it. But it's not the case for everyone. At the same time, the guy became a billionaire. So I think having a process to really find the best sector for you and making sure you're not making mistakes and spending time and wasting time on the wrong sectors for you is a better way to look at it. And having a process and almost like a quiz to go through. That's what we do. We go through a lot of questions, and based on that, we figure out what's the best for you. So that would be my suggestion. Again, based on your experience, your background, your contacts, your passion, your curiosity, your goals, etc. Can I do business acquisitions part-time? At the end, the answer is yes, 100%. Most of our clients are coming to us part-time. They're coming to us when they have another business or job. And only after they buy their first business, then they make a decision if they want to quit their job or business, or they just want to continue to do things part-time. So definitely, if you have 1 or 2 hours a day consistently to put into this, you can get results, period. Do you have case studies or clients in the software space? Good question. We have in a lot of spaces. I'm in the software space. I've been involved in a lot of deals in the software space. I had an app company in the top 100 app. I had a SaaS company. I was a partner in a VC firm in Israel. So I'm very much familiar with the space. But I think it's brutal, very difficult space to do acquisitions and roll-ups in. I mean, I don't want to say difficult, it's just brutal because the multiples on tech companies are just insane, especially now with all the VCs that are investing at insane valuations. Like you see companies that never made $1 are, companies like Clubhouse that are raising at valuations of billions of dollars before they made $1, or SaaS companies that barely makes any money trading at 30 or 40 times multiples of revenues. So, like I said, I'm very, very much familiar with the sector. That's why I see what's out there in other sectors, and I think it's just so much easier in other sectors. Let's move to the next one. When can I expect to earn my first million with business acquisition? Up to you, man. I don't know. We have, like I said, our best guy bought $200 million in revenues in the first year. So, I mean, that's revenues, of course, but that's enough to put at least $1 million in your pocket. So I'm not here to promise you, get rich quick schemes or magic buttons, but I'm here to tell you that if you'll do the work hard, stay consistent, be committed, yeah, you can make at least 1 million. What's the largest deal Acquisitions.com has been involved in within the financial services space? Man, I need to look at it. Like, we usually look, just to give you guys like our sweet spot, are kind of like companies between 5 to 40 million in revenues. And like I said, we worked on and supported a guy who did 200 million in revenues but that was 16 companies, right? So our sweet spots of deals are kind of like 5 to 40, 50 million in revenues. But hopefully that will change over time as well as we continue to grow and just have access to more capital ourselves. How many times of meeting with a motivated seller do you find it takes in order to get LOI signed and get financials needed to do due diligence? And yeah, guys, by the way, like, send your last questions and I'm going to finish in the next few minutes. How many times of meetings with motivated sellers do you find it takes in order to get LOI signed and get financials needed? How many meetings? I've been doing things in 1 meetings, and things can take also a few months or even a year. Can someone please call me about acquisition? It's acquisitions, Angelo. It's not acquisition. You're missing an S in the domain. That's why you're not able to join. So give it a try, and if not, I'll make sure someone's calling you. Thank you. No worries, Burnett. What sector has the most businesses to buy? Good question. I'm not sure. I don't care about how many businesses are out there for sale. I care about what businesses I want to buy, because the best businesses that you will buy are not necessarily for sale. Yeah. All right, guys. So with that being said, I think we'll end here. And next week, by the way, we're going to do a call for accredited investors only. So if you're accredited investors, join us next week. We're going to talk about some deals that we're looking at. And yeah, in 2 weeks, we're back to a CEO call. And in 3 weeks, we're doing a scout call. So for those of you who want to be a scout and find us deals for referral fees, go to Business Buying Scouts Facebook group. For those of you who want to be CEOs, go to Business Buying Mastermind Facebook group. And just to end with the links to work with us. Like I said, guys, let us work with you. Let us help you. Let us support you. Let us invest in you. And we'll even refund your deposit of our program costs. So you can start with our incubator. It's acquisitions.com/buy-sell. Or if you want to work with our accelerator for the year, go to acquisitions.com/apply and talk to our team first to make sure it's a fit for both sides, because I want to make sure that you're committed as much as we do, because we're going to put a lot of time and effort supporting you and introducing you. So we want to make sure you're not an asshole if we're introducing you to financial institutions we know. yeah, so I think that's it. Again, for those of you who want to join Incubator or are in your Incubator already, I'll see you in 15 minutes in our Q&A call. For those of you who are not, I highly suggest you to join, because while we're doing it live, it's probably the only opportunity you'll have to do it live. We have like a few more live calls. So as we do it live, I think it's a great opportunity for you to have more exposure to what we're doing and just learn tons in 4 weeks with the goal of getting an offer accepted. So with that being said, guys, have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you next week, accredited investors. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.